All right, how we doing? Trevor Burke checking in. I wanted to make a video for you guys. This is a good video. Come on, I'm making a video. This is Nova. You guys want to meet Nova? I don't think you guys have met Nova yet. Nova, say hi. That's Nova. Nova Scotia. Supernova. But anyway, I wanted to make this video. It was a quote that hit me, that struck me, and then, set off a whole tangent of thoughts. And on this channel, I'm building a habit of when I make a breakthrough or I have a thought that I feel like can help or I learn something, I want to share with you guys. I don't want to gatekeep. I want to share with you guys. And it's a very normal concept that people understand on a basic level, but I want to go deeper. And that is, some mistakes will lead you to the right place. And what I take away from that is, I feel like most people have a negative relationship with the word mistakes. Mistakes, they view those as negatives, okay? In hindsight, all the mistakes you've ever made, all the things that have happened to you, all the nasty things, all the things that you regret, those mistakes brought you right to this place. They brought you right to this moment. And if you look at it like that, then you're like, they're not even mistakes. Like, I had to go through that to get to where I'm at. So, thank you. And that's the natural progression, and that's the most enlightened progression, is to get to a place where good, bad, and different doesn't matter. Thank you. You send thanks. Okay, you send gratitude. And life is not a window. It's a mirror. Okay, whatever you put out, the universe sends back. Okay, if you understand that, you will stop waking up and being pissed that you got to go to work. Okay, you'll start waking up and say, thank you for another day. Thank you for another day I get to walk my dog, hang out with the boys, meet new people, go travel, do new things, help people. Okay, it's a whole new perspective. But the title of the video is Some Mistakes Will Lead Me to the Right Place. Now, personally, the mistakes that I've made, I look at them and I'm like, I'm glad I made those mistakes, because now I have the ability to connect with people. Okay, through, driving drunk, getting in trouble with the law, treating people bad, or treating my parents like shit, or doing this or doing that, and you learn from it. Battling addictions, overcoming your natural insecurities. These are things that you think may be mistakes, but you had to go through that, or else you wouldn't be the person you are. You had to take some risk. You had to be willing to look dumb. And the trap most people fall into is they're not willing to make the mistake over and over and over. They make a mistake, make sure, did anyone see that, and then never do that again. Okay, that's the trap. The more mistakes you make, okay, the more money you make, or the more pleasure and the more circumstances tend to bend in your favor. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. Most people, they're afraid to make mistakes, so they stay in this one little box their whole life, and they grow up. Maybe their parents loved them and they put these barriers and they said, "Oh, don't do that." And they think they're keeping their child safe. In many respects, they are. It's out of love. But then that child grows up and they're 22, they're 25, they're 30, they're 33, and they're still living this life of like, "Oh, I don't want to step outside the boundaries too much." Okay, life is not fun in that little box. Okay, life is not just that little box. And I made a video on it, how I moved out of my hometown. That was like a paradigm shift, if I've ever had one. Because growing up, you think this is all there is. You think the Bengals are like Jesus. Okay, but there's so many more beautiful things in this world. And if you're willing to make mistakes, you will unconsciously open up. And that's one of the biggest things, is when things happen to you, we tend to close ourselves off. Like, we got hurt, we don't want to be hurt again. You're not going to hurt me again. Or, this happened and oh my God, I'm never going to let that happen again. Okay, be willing to make mistakes. And, Shakespeare has a great quote. He said, Our doubts are traitors, and they win when they convince us not to attempt. And the fear to attempt, that's what keeps people from experiencing new things. Like your future wife, all she wants you to do is say hi, introduce yourself, compliment her shoes, ask her on a date, and then boom. And I've realized that's one of the biggest things is like, there's like a small little buffer that if we can just get over that buffer, get over that hump, start the job, ask the client, ask her out, start the workout plan, buy the guitar, go to the pool hall, whatever you want to learn. Okay, just do the thing that is most uncomfortable. Because anything you could ever want, the relationship, the body, the mindset, the spirituality, the wealth, all of it is on the other side of uncomfortability. Okay, if you can develop a relationship with uncomfortability, if you can become comfortable being uncomfortable, you can have anything. You can have anything you want. Okay? Now, being uncomfortable, this is a natural, like, oh my God, I don't like to feel uncomfortable. Okay? If you're in a spot where you feel very comfortable, okay, that's a danger zone. Because the danger zone is you're not growing. Okay? All growth, all progress comes hand in hand with uncomfortability. That's why the gym feels uncomfortable, but afterwards you're like, you breathe a sigh of relief because you know you're progressing. You know you're on the right track. Now, I feel like to have a good relationship with making mistakes, you have to have a vision. You know, the great book. If we don't have a vision, we perish. Without a vision, we perish. So we must have a vision for our lives. And if you watched any of my videos, you know this is a common theme. Okay, to truly live the good life, you have to have a high sail. You have to be willing and have to be specific on where you're going. It doesn't have to be exact, but the more specific you get, the more and more clear it becomes. And most people that don't have that big vision, they get caught up in the day-to-day. You know, there can be a few things that go wrong and their day's ruined. Okay, don't spend time on that stuff. Okay, set a bigger vision for your life. Go deep in with you. Ask your parents, ask your friends, ask dear people, what is it that I did when I was younger? Or what did I do that I don't really do anymore that you know I really liked? And you know, maybe ask yourself when you're all alone, like go get a journal and find out, truly explore yourself. Explore your mind. Because you are the variable. You are the common denominator between a good relationship, a good job, a good income, a good social life, a good lifestyle, everything you could ever want. You're the common denominator. So if you will get better, things will get better. Now, by making mistakes, if you have a big vision, you will keep making mistakes and you'll keep trying new things and pivoting and boom, 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 until you get what you want. Most people, they have a relationship with pain that I experience pain, I want to get away from it. Okay, if you can develop that relationship with uncomfortability where you're willing to try new things, you're willing to look dumb, you're willing to feel the awkward kinks, you're willing to look cringe. But I will tell you, if you're willing to look cringe, you'll be free. You'll be free. Free from people's opinions, free from the need to fit in, free from all these societal things that are pressed upon us, or when you were younger that your parents set as guidelines. Now, they did that out of love. Now, you're a new person. You're growing. You're becoming who you are. Okay, the best way to learn who you are is become who you are. Try new things. Step into and lean into those things that are calling. That's the beautiful thing. Is like, I can speak in generalities because each and every one of you have these things that are chirping at you. You know, try this, you should do that. Come on, let's go. You know, so step in and lean into those things and watch your life blossom. When you get over the fear of trying and you're willing to make the mistakes because you know some mistakes will lead you to the right place. All right, y'all. Enjoy your Sunday. Kick ass next week. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Carry on.